Welcome to the Ick Report, your recurring check-in on the reality that is modern dating. This is our special Valentine's edition, because it is currently Valentine's Day.
We're all really excited.
We love love.
We do love love, and we love the gals.
We do. We got to have a Galentines Day party that Sarah hosted last night.
And it was quite lit.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah, we had a craft night at my house making charm necklaces, and everything was going great. There were about 10 of us around the table, having a good time. All of a sudden, my fire alarm goes off, and it's my dining room attached to my kitchen through a little door. So I get up to go look, and sure enough, I had a metal bowl with a plastic underneath on the stovetop, and it had chips, which would have been fine, but our stove is it has those knobs where if you just bump it a little bit, it turns the stove on. And so, anyway, I walk into the kitchen, it's on fire, and I panic. I literally just froze. And our friend Darren was like, put something on it. And I was like, what do I put? I think I was so stressed. And then
there were 10 of us in the kitchen, basically.
Yeah.
Not me, though. I'm closest to the fire. But I was like, no, I'll surely get out of the way. Let me get out of the way for everybody.
Wait, have you guys ever played The Sims?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you know when there's a fire happening and all the Sims are ah? I'm that's literally...
Is that you?
I think it was all of us who were in the kitchen, except Darren, who, she literally was looking through our drawers, and she pulled out that same bowl, but bigger.
That was so impressive.
Yes.
I literally was I had my phone out ready to call 911 because I was this is getting big now.
Anyway, she took the bowl and covered the fire with it, which was amazing. So she contained it, and I think it kind of put it out, and then we just, I don't even know, from there, got ovens and we moved it outside, and she uncovered it and we threw water on the bowl that was on fire with the chips, and it put it out.
So if anyone's wondering what to get Sarah as a gift, you could get her a fire extinguisher because
she
does not have one at the house.
Does every house have a fire extinguisher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And
This is news to me.
That's where I was do you guys have a fire blanket? And I got looks I was crazy asking that. Because we have where you can then throw it over a fire and it'll contain it.
Where is it stored?
Or roll in it.
Yep.
If you're on fire.
Right. I store it near the stove.
Could it come with your house?
No, you purchase it.
Oh. Did you also purchase the fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense that our house wouldn't have it because we would have had to get it on our own. Right?
Yes.
Yes. But my favorite was your roommate was I've been thinking for a while that we should have one. And I was oh, okay.
But you don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
It's a learning lesson.
It is.
It's great
I
to learn
honestly
these lessons.
never thought about it. When it comes to home ownership, which I'm not a homeowner, but I'm blessed.
We learned a lot about fight or flight and what people do in the moment.
I already
feel
knew. I'm not fight or flight.
I already knew. I didn't learn.
I am flight or freeze. In that moment, I just froze.
Right. But the freeze is a common other option.
Thank you
Yes.
for validating that.
There were a lot of firefighters in the kitchen.
There were.
So there was a lot happening. A lot of questions.
Yes.
Yes.
We made it through.
Fortunately, put it out before it got too big for a larger bowl to snuff it out.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing how quickly it all changed from us with these dainty little charm bracelets.
With our pliers.
Trying to get...
My eyes were down here on the table trying to put charms on a necklace.
And then all of a sudden, fire alarm.
Yeah. Well, and too, I love how that all happened. We put the fire out. We all kind of were in the kitchen for a minute. And then we all just went back to what we were doing. We all just went back and
we're opened some windows and we're well, back to business.
Yeah.
Gotta finish our craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
why
party
we were
don't
there.
stop. We cleaned it up after you left. It didn't cause too much damage. Like the stove, we just cleaned it up, and then all the particles that were floating, we cleaned that up. And
Wait, what particles were floating? Just ash?
Ash, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Like
what
on
particles are.
the ash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it floated and like on the countertop, but
Yeah.
cleaned it up. Quite eventful.
I mean, what a memory.
Yes.
I love Galentines. I love girls. In that moment, I was like, I just love girls.
Girls can do anything.
I wish I had a video of that moment though. Like,
I
Yeah.
do too.
just everyone's different reactions.
Yes.
To chaos.
And also, like, they're just like your friends from different areas of life, and all of
Yeah.
us just being like,
We really bonded.
Yeah. For
Everyone
real.
left us best friends.
remember when we had a fire
In the house.
2 minutes ago?
Yeah. And then we texted our third roommate, Becca, later that night, and just we're updating her on the house, and we're like, yeah, and there's a fire, and Becca just sent a bunch of question marks, and Lindsay was like, I said what I said. And
No further questions.
I said what I said.
she's like, wait, is everything okay? And we're like, yeah,
We don't have a kitchen, but
We're like, we don't have a house anymore.
honestly, I kind of wish we had. Okay, no, I don't wish this because this would be like your kitchen would probably be gone. You'd probably have to move.
Yeah.
But it would have been kind of epic to have to call the fire station and for like
And then a
hot
bunch of
fire.
fire.
Yes,
That would have been.
we should have
That was
called
my plan
them,
all along.
even if we knew we were gonna put it out.
I literally had it like typed on my phone.
I wish you'd called.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
when I just saw everyone in the kitchen being like, I don't know what to grab, I don't know what's, and I was like,
We were like, "What's fire?"
there's no fire extinguisher. There's.
No fire blanket.
I was like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah,
And then Darren,
that's what I was saying. If it was any bigger, like
and if we didn't
I
have
guess
Darren,
we would have just been taking like
Yes.
buckets of water and trying to like throw it on the fire, but then your whole kitchen would have been.
but then where were we gonna get
wet.
the buckets? Yeah, there's just a
When
lot
I
of
say
questions.
buckets, I do mean like
We
a
had that big
cereal bowl.
a cereal bowl.
It would be like jars and
Well, even the bowl that Darren used, we could have filled that up with water, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the fire was like this tall.
yeah, it's largest fire I've ever seen in a house with my own eyes.
Same.
I mean,
Have you seen larger?
no, I've seen one similar,
Size doesn't matter, Rachel.
but I did. Thank you. I need to recover from that comment.
Sorry.
There was this guy that I was talking to on Hinge that, like, we were having a good conversation.
Oh, yes.
And then all of a sudden he wanted, like, my sympathy for the fact that his, like, penis is too large and, like, all the problems that that's caused.
He was
him.
like, "Is my massive dick gonna be an issue?" And I was like, "Rachel, you need to ask him how big. Like, just like your friends are curious. Like, we need to know, and you didn't ask."
he wanted, like, so much, like, affirmation that his big dick was gonna be okay.
And if I remember correctly, I think you gave it to him.
I did not give him any affirmation. And so, the other night we were at that mixer, and so then
This
that
guy
helped.
called Rachel
That's
a
right.
dick
that's
magnet
right.
because
We
all these guys
dating.
were gathering, like, these guys kept coming up to Rachel, like, trying to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Whoa, she's a dick magnet." And then I was like, I had already told him this story, and I was like, "This is the girl."
Wait, you already told him that story? I thought it was
That's
like
amazing.
a reaction in the moment.
No.
Were you
Somehow
like,
I had
"This is
already told.
weird"?
I was like, one of my friends. I don't know how that came up in like our 5 hangouts, but it did.
Wow. Back on.
So, the size matters. I don't know. It just.
It doesn't matter. Size
It
doesn't
does
matter.
matter.
For the record, it matters.
So my fire,
Similar size to last night's fire.
similar sized, and I have a fire blanket.
Oh, it happened at your house.
Yeah.
What happened?
thankfully it just kind of got itself out. But it was like a little bit smaller.
Are you cooking? And
The pan caught on fire.
Oh.
Interesting.
It was terrifying.
that is terrible.
Does this make
Trying
you
to
want
make
to
chicken.
get a fire extinguisher?
Honestly, my thoughts haven't changed. It was a moment of probably stupidity on my part, but even when I was setting it there, I was like, I feel like we've put food on here before, it'll be okay. But yeah, one wrong bump. And I feel like sometimes it does bump and turn on, but I feel like it had bumped and like been moved to like dial like
Right.
a higher number. And even the weirder part is like everybody was in the dining room for
Yeah.
like at least a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at what point did that
I'm curious
happen?
how fast it started.
Yeah,
We were really focused.
we were like, no, yeah, everyone was
No, we
just
were all
locked
just.
in.
Chatting.
I mean, my heart wasn't in it. I was just trying to do my little
Yeah,
charm.
it's very meticulous.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
It's
Galentines.
a good Galentines 2026.
Yeah,
What a
don't
night.
forget it. We are filming at Rachel's sister's house, and this is our friend Ruth.
Ruth
If you've been wondering who's
loves
walking
me.
back and forth.
Ruth loves me.
She's one of the girls. She even has a pink collar for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
And
Day.
she heard we were talking about hot takes, and I feel like she's a girl that has them.
Yeah, she's
You
got an
know?
opinion.
She does have
Strong
opinions.
opinion.
Yeah.
What a lover.
Mostly, though, she's like her biggest hot take is like there's just not enough like scratches in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm,
Like physical touch. Like,
Right.
that's her love language.
Right. So,
Yeah.
okay. So I have some hot takes.
Okay.
This one's interesting. Modern dating hot take. Dating apps
I'm nervous.
have made people worse at relationships.
Yes,
Ooh.
100%. That's not even a hot take. I think it's proven. Sorry, I got really passionate.
I would love to hear more.
Go
I
on.
feel like you've thought about this.
Well, I've just like, I've been around the block, you know,
Mhm.
and I've also just heard, I mean, when I say that, I mean I've heard other people talk about it, including professionals in their research.
Yeah.
That might be a little extreme, but no, just like having, like when you date someone in your own community, there's just like built-in accountability, like you have a reputation within the community. So it's like if you do something shitty, like ghost someone, sorry I swore, but I can't remember.
PG-13.
It is shitty.
It is shitty, yeah. So your friends or community they'll know about it. Like there's just other people involved.
Yes.
That is true.
And so I think it helps people act better. Whereas when you just have like a face on a phone and like you're just chatting with someone, like so many times you don't even meet up with these people so they can say whatever they want to you.
Yeah.
Or not say.
Or not say whatever they don't want to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, there's no like repercussion.
Well, and even if you meet up with them in person, it's like they might act like this whole other version of themselves,
Oh,
but
for
they're
sure.
not actually.
They could be whoever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tell you all the things and be like, huh, not that. And I do think there's like always the like, there's always more mindset of like, oh, something felt kind of off
yes. Yes, like there's out something
Yes.
better.
with you. Yes. So they're like, oh, I'll just go date somebody else. And I mean, like, sure, I think I've probably fallen into that at times too. I've been like, that's like a weird thing that you do. I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody else. Whereas, like, I feel like if I was dating with a community and that came up, then I'd be like, oh, but I know they're a really good guy because so and so knows them.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Or like back in the day when people used to like date, it would be like someone in their daily life or maybe like a friend of a friend. Like the amount of options was just smaller.
Yeah.
And now we do have, this is a real thing, the perceived, like,
the worlds are.
it's like, what's it called? Paradox of choice. Where it's just like, there's always gonna be another option, or like, there's
Yeah.
always more. Whereas like, back in the day, you met your cute neighbor and you dated him and you were married for 50 years and
And there's like some
That was it.
practicality I think that comes with it too. Of like,
Yeah.
oh, we can just do life together. You're my
Yeah.
neighbor.
And it, yeah, like
yeah, or
Right.
you know my aunt.
the proximity as well.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But if they wanted to, they would.
Yes, I think so. I think this is one that I've been told so many times, and I think that I often want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and like I think that I hold out hope for people, like if they give me just the most like inkling bit of attention. And yeah, I feel like oftentimes what it's come down to is like if they really like were interested in me, like I wouldn't have to feel like I have to be the one always initiating or trying, or like just in instances where like I'm the one who's like putting in more effort. Like if they're not matching that, and like same goes for guys, like if the girl's not matching that, I feel like there's obviously an imbalance there. Mm-hmm. And I think if you are really interested in somebody, you're willing to put yourself out there a little bit more and risk, and like if it's mutual, like you will meet each other. Mm-hmm. And actually, this is a random thing that happened, and I don't think I've told you guys yet, but I went on a date with a guy it's very minor, but I went on a date with this guy last like February or March, so over a year ago. He was up here visiting from California, and we had a really good date, and he was a really good kisser. But then he left, and like we texted for a little bit, and then it fizzled out, and then he randomly texted me in the summer, and then yeah, that kind of fizzled out, and then hadn't heard from him, and he texted me literally like 2 days ago.
Whoa.
And he just said, "Hey Sarah, like I just saw a Rumple ad with you in it. He said your marketing is working." And I'm like, okay, why is he texting me this? And so I think I responded, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. They should pay me now as an influencer because I actually don't work there anymore. And I think he responded like, yeah, they totally should. And I like think I responded with something small, and he like laughed at it, and that was the conversation. And then
so interesting.
I was like, okay, what was the point?
Glad you reached out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to try to continue this conversation. I am talking to someone right now, but it was just very interesting to me, and I even gave him something to work with. Like,
right,
I
like,
said,
where do you work now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was another instance where I'm like, yeah, if he was actually like wanting to reconnect to see what was up with me, he would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it is interesting though. It's like, why even reach out?
Yeah.
What was the
point of that
here? Yeah.
To let me know my marketing was working.
Yeah.
Which is that isn't my marketing anymore.
Yeah. You're in an ad.
I should get royalties.
What's your thoughts on that? If they wanted to, they would.
I think my personal opinion is I agree to an extent. I do think there are factors, like if someone has like really low self-esteem and they're like believe that this person would never be interested, like the interest could be there and they just don't have what they need to like go up to a stranger, or like even like mental health struggles. Like they might be interested in someone, but they just like don't have the capacity at this moment, which like in its own way, that's a no. So
yeah. I agree with that. I feel like it depends on like the context of like if they wanted to, they would. Because I'm like, yeah, are we like talking like and just pursuing of asking you out because you see them, or it's like we met on an app and you're like not kind of building off the momentum. So many different areas that this could fall into. Or if you're in a relationship and then they're like not bringing you flowers, if they wanted to, they would. You know, like those types of things where I'm like, I think it depends on the context, and I agree a lot with like if there's kind of obstacles or things that get in their way. Because I like think a lot of guys that I know that are like, oh, I really like this girl, but like I like watch them like self-sabotaging it. I'm like, I know they want to like make it go further, but it's like maybe past of like, oh, I came on too strong, then they didn't like me. So I'm like trying to give some of the benefit of the doubt, but I do think at like a base level, if they wanted to, they would, you know.
And to your point about like, I think it does relate more to the context of like initiating and pursuing somebody, because like, oh, if he wanted to bring me flowers, he would, which I feel like when it comes to like more relationship stuff, or like the way that you perceive like or want to be loved, it's like he might not even be thinking about that. He might have so much care and love for you, but he, like, maybe isn't more romantic like someone else has been. And so it's like, well, he's not going to know that that would mean a lot to you unless you communicate that.
Yeah.
True. Very much so. This makes me think of, I think maybe I sent you guys this reel, but it's this girl repurposes her married friends' advice back to them when they're like having relationship struggles with their husbands.
I don't think you sent that. That's hilarious.
But it's like this girl, she's like talking about how her friend was like, yeah, my friend was complaining about how he like wasn't going to be available because he had a golf tee time and we had planned stuff with our family, and it's just really annoying because like it's on the shared calendar. I don't know why I have to like tell him 5,000 times. And then she's like, and I just thought maybe you could say back if he wanted to, he would. It's like so good.
It's iconic.
Some of that advice is so dismissive, though.
It's
like,
so
when you think of it
dismissive.
like that, it's like, oh my gosh.
No, and that's
one
not
wants to-
helpful. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think was like her point of like when
Right.
when you're in the thick of it and getting told that, like I think sometimes it comes off very like, yes, it affirms like, okay, they're not really giving me the energy that I want or deserve, but also like, I already know that.
I feel like with that trend too, it's like, it's almost to like help other people realize too, like how often as single people, we hear the same phrases over and over. Like, it'll happen when you're least expecting it.
Well, then,
And it's just exhausting. You're like, okay,
Yes.
well, I'm trying. Even when I try not to expect it, nothing's happening.
no, it's like, but then you have the people telling you like opposite advice. Like, you just need to put yourself out there more.
Yes.
And other people are like, when you're least like, just relax. It'll happen when it happens. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, these are two very
Right.
different ends of the spectrum.
Do the most or do nothing. You know?
One or the other. But
Either
don't,
one.
nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing right now though, not working.
Yeah. And so if you are trying, you need to not try. If you're not trying, you need to try.
Yeah.
Basically. The pendulum.
Love married friends. I have some really great ones, but I do feel like sometimes there's funny things that get said that I'm like, that's not helpful.
Yeah. You haven't dated in 10 years.
Right. It's
No.
slim pickings out here.
Yeah.
So
Yes. And also dating in 2026 is very different than 2016.
Yeah.
Or even 2019.
Probably past COVID.
yes. There's been a lot of shifts. I think a lot of like the dating app scene really blew up during that time and like still has, even though people are saying 2026 is going to be the year that people are not meeting on apps. But I'm like, I don't think that's true. I feel like people are still using the apps pretty heavily.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I've met more and more people who are not on the, like single people, not on the apps. So, they're out there. Men and women.
We'll find them.
You just gotta try hard.
Just try harder.
Just don't do nothing.
Don't sit at your house by yourself.
It's such a bummer.
I know.
I would love like for a boyfriend just to like arrive
Mhm.
like a package at my front door.
Yeah.
That would be meet cute.
Thank you.
Like someone's brother, you're doing a house swap and their brother comes to knock on the door.
The holiday.
If Jude Law knocked on my door,
Come on in.
yes.
Real Jude Law or his character?
I don't know Jude Law personally.
I don't like real Jude Law.
Okay,
Really?
his character.
Well, just because he cheated on his gorgeous wife. Sienna Miller is like one of the most gorgeous women with the nanny. And I'm like, you're a dick.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm anti-cheat.
Okay.
Well, I
Then
really
yes,
like
his
him in the
character.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm
Graham
saying. His
is-
character.
Graham is
Graham.
great.
Big fan of Graham.
Yeah.
And he's,
And
such
he's
a,
attractive.
Yeah, and he's a
I'll be the
dad.
first to say.
Yeah.
Jude Law is attractive.
He is.
No,
I
I'll
always
say
thought
too.
of him as like Harry Styles' dad.
Ooh.
So like my type is literally just like,
If you want in the Harry Styles vein.
so basically British man with brown curly hair.
Wait, speaking of Harry Styles, I think we talked about this, but I heard he might be engaged to Zoe Kravitz. What? Do you know?
Engaged? No,
Yes.
This is the first time I'm hearing.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, yeah, people
Are
think
you
they're
gonna cry?
engaged. Which I love because she's older than him, and I'm like,
Sarah's
I'm
like,
obsessed
you're saying I'm
with
losing
Zoe.
my chance?
Sorry. I'm just happy for them.
I think that's why she's crying. She's
Okay.
also happy for
I'm
them.
sorry to break this to you on camera.
Yeah, this is rough.
This is hard.
This brings me back to like 7th grade when I would cry because I would never meet One Direction.
Oh. I'm so sorry. On Valentine's Day?
You
Love
apologize.
is
Day of
lost.
love.
I start laughing. Very different reactions.
You know,
I'm the one that just dropped the bomb.
yeah, I'm gonna go home and do some research and cry myself to sleep. And anyway, and not eat chocolate because we're on Whole30.
Right.
But get some cacao.
Some 100%
Yeah.
cacao. But I did not know that. I'm happy for him. I feel like all of his relationships,
Are you?
I've been like, that's great for him. But if they don't work out, maybe one day. And
Go hunt him down.
I'm happy for them. It felt
Engaged
not
is
very
not
believable.
married. And married is not dead. Just kidding.
well,
I do believe.
after you said that
Married
about
men
your
are.
law.
I don't believe dating or engagement are not off. What am I trying to say? Off limits.
No, I actually I think one of my friends, her parents, at least one of them was engaged. And then her now husband, they met, he kind of swooped in, they got married, and they've had an amazing,
Yeah.
an amazing marriage, amazing family.
Especially
and,
when
they're
you're
Christians.
dating, you're still figuring things out. It's like
Yeah.
you can definitely still meet someone else, which that would suck for
That
the other
does
person.
add a new level of fear.
But sorry. Again,
New
sorry.
fear unlocked.
Yeah.
I get this idea from my friend who both of her brothers pursued girls who were dating other guys and now are married.
Wow.
Well, that's a hot take right there.
That is a hot take. Dating is not engaged, engaged is not married.
I feel like the engagement one is tough for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I would just be so heartbroken.
Sure,
If,
like,
if you're planning your
together.
life with
Yeah.
someone.
Like if I got engaged.
But I'd much rather have my fiance leave me before the wedding.
Well, yes. If he's a looker. Well, what do we call? When they looking around.
Peeping Tom. A looker is when they are good looking. Wandering eyes.
That's it.
Okay. Not peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
Wandering eyes are the worst because
Yeah.
you're like, what am I seeing right now? You're
Yeah.
really staring at that girl's butt in front of me.
Right.
Yep.
Girls notice everything, just as
They do.
a word to the wise.
We're very observant.
Just so you know, nothing gets past us.
Not a single thing. Okay, next one. Situations exist because people are afraid to set standards.
Okay, I guess I have a lot of thoughts.
No, I love your thoughts.
Yeah.
But I do think there are some situations where both people are I don't want a relationship right now, this works for me. I think in general more girls will put up with a situation because they like the guy but the guy isn't willing to commit.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of just ending it and moving on, they're willing to be well, he still spends some time with me, even if it's even if he's not making me a priority or whatever it can be, and
They're getting
they're
breadcrumbs.
just and they're maybe hoping he changes his mind. And I'm very much generalizing with the genders and everything, but
We can speak from our female experience.
Yes, I think
Right.
that's kind of the general trend
Yeah.
of what I've seen.
Yeah, it's they hold out for that glimmer of hope.
Yeah,
So well, if he's still giving me attention, if he's still hanging out with me,
yeah.
Yeah, or I think I hear often oh, they're not wanting to rush into anything, so it's a
Yeah.
situationship.
Where guys are getting all the benefits of a relationship without having to commit.
yeah.
All opinions my own.
No, I agree with that. Because I do think they exist for that purpose of somebody's not willing to commit, basically.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think sometimes people use situationship when it's you're starting to date, and it's well, it's just new.
You're dating.
You're just in the early phases of dating.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's a situationship and somebody has put you in this box of not committing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, I feel around 3 months, if you have the conversation and they're not committing, then it becomes a situationship. And
Right.
if one person, well, either way, but if one person wants commitment and the other doesn't, and
Yeah.
they keep seeing each other.
Or I think of my friends asking oh, so what's going on with so and so? If it's been a while and you're yeah, we just like are still kind of
Yeah.
seeing each other or whatever.
Yeah.
But they haven't asked me to be like their girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Which
Situationship.
I am curious about that. Do you feel like at what point do you feel like you define where you are in that
3
relationship?
months max.
3 months max. Okay.
Which I'm getting this advice from a matchmaker that I follow.
Oh, the expert.
Matchmaker Maria. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like after 3 months, people should know if they want to commit.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But I hear of people who are in like 3-year situationships, and I'm like, that is heart wrenching.
Yeah.
That this is leading to
It's a waste of your
nothing
time.
that you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not do that.
No, I'd be very confused.
But then also there is, in your guys' opinion, and this is I agree with this, but I'm just asking, do you feel like there should be that formal DTR and like where they basically ask like, will you be my girlfriend?
I mean, I think
like-
it should be a conversation.
Yeah.
Like
how do you discuss that exclusivity?
there are a lot of reasons, or a lot of ways, sorry. I think you could do it. I do think it needs to be a conversation though, because I think people have very different definitions of relationships. Where like one person could assume exclusivity, where the
Right.
other person is still talking to people, or like even defining what exclusivity is. Like you're on the apps, you're not like pursuing other relationships.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it should be a conversation. It could be as simple as like, so am I your girlfriend? Or like, you can be flirty, it can be fun, or it can just be like,
Yeah, like if I were to introduce you to somebody today, what would you like to be referred to as?
Oh,
You know?
that's a good
Like,
way to, yeah.
Something like that. I mean, there's lots of ways. I
Lots of
remember
ways.
like back in high school, my high school boyfriend, we we spent this romantic day at the beach, and then at the end of the day, he took me on this little scavenger hunt along the beach. And then at the end of the scavenger hunt, it had written in the sand, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh,
wow,
cute.
a girlfriend proposal.
Right.
So romantic.
I feel like I fear my bar got set too high at 16.
I do feel like that would be too much for me. I'd be like, what are we doing here? I think I'd be like, this is unnecessary, personally.
You get the egg.
I get the egg. I'm like,
It fit
no.
his personality.
Okay.
So I was like, this is kind of
That's
just
good.
like quirky and
Yeah.
fun. But anyways.
Wow.
So I do think it needs to be like a conversation. Because otherwise it's like, yeah, are you dating other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I've always gotten kind of confused because I feel like I've dated guys in the past where they were like, they wanted to have an exclusive conversation, but then like months down the road they're like, oh, do you think you want to be my girlfriend now? I'm like, oh, what have we been for this time?
I guess just exclusively dating.
Right.
I don't know.
So it's just like a weird,
Yeah.
like what's that gap? Like what
Like,
is
I'm
that?
only dating you, but I'm still deciding if I want to
Right.
date you.
I guess
Yeah.
Intentionally.
so. Right. Only you though. Just trying to see if it's you.
Yeah, because I feel like in all of my like official relationships, I feel like that question was asked, and usually pretty quickly. I feel like my actual boyfriends happened within like 2 weeks to a month,
Yeah.
which is also probably why they didn't work out. But there was this one guy I was seeing like years ago, and it was like when we lived in a community environment. And so we had been dating, seeing each other for a few weeks, and I remember at one point one of my guy friends like referred to him as my boyfriend, like when he was talking about us or him or whatever. And I was like, he's not my boyfriend. And my guy friend was like, yeah, he is. Like, what do you mean? Like, you guys are dating? And I was like, well, he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. So, like, we haven't had that conversation. And he's like, oh, you think people like ask? Like, what is this, elementary school? And I was like, then I felt confused. I'm like, wait, is that not how people do it? I was like, that's what I feel like should happen. So
It's
anyway,
just
it's a
clear
good night.
communication, and
Yeah.
I think that's hard for some people.
Right.
It is hard for some people.
It is.
It's hard. It's hard in general. It's hard for everyone. It's more hard
No,
for some people. They impossible even.
I shouldn't act like I'm above it, like I'm the perfect communicator, but I'm like, I think there's a way to just be like, yeah, I like you, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
But I think that
Or I don't like you, please stop texting me. Because clear is kind.
Clear is kind.
That's what I always say.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think a lot of it goes into attachment style. People are avoidant, so then they don't want to communicate it, or it's like they get anxious about those conversations.
Sure.
All of that.
We can hold space.
But we are aiming for secure,
Yeah.
Right.
Which with that, it's like, it's okay to want and hope for the clear. Will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I follow this one therapist on Instagram.
Is it Maria?
No. A therapist who's like our age, and she has been dating this guy from Hinge, and she is like a big, like, she like loves to savor, and she basically was just like, today she said this thing on her story, and she's like, being known as being loved, and like, this guy knows that I love to savor things, and so a few days ago he said, on Valentine's Day, I'm going to ask you to be my girlfriend, and these might be the last few days that you're single, just to like savor this time. And like,
That's adorable.
I know, and she's like, he knew that about me, and like, who knows if we'll like, where it will go, but it's like, she's like, these might be the last few days, hours that I'm single. And so she was just like, I really appreciate that he like knew that about me, and like, gave, like, because she asked him, like, why would you tell me? He's like, oh, I know that you love to savor things. And I'm like, okay.
He sees her.
Yes, he sees
So
her.
seen, so known.
So loved.
Wow.
So,
That's so sweet.
Well, I'm feeling pretty single. Anyways, should we move on to one more? Okay, last one. Chemistry is overrated. Compatibility is what actually lasts.
That's tough. I think you need both, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it depends on the person, but I just feel like having one without the other is just not a good balance. Like, if you have chemistry but not compatibility, you're gonna burn out, and like, that's not gonna be good, because what do you do when things get tough and you lose chemistry as you get older? But then also, if you have compatibility but not chemistry, like, then it might just feel more like you guys are roommates, or I don't know, like close friends. So I feel like you need both.
I agree with that. Because I'm like, if you're compatible, I'm like, I have a lot of friends that I'd be compatible with,
Yeah.
but I also think like chemistry can grow.
I do too.
I think it's
True.
sometimes hard to see on a first date,
Yeah.
which is why I have that goal for myself,
3 dates.
3 dates. Have not completed a one.
I was gonna say,
But-
it's tough.
It is tough. I did take a little bit of a break because I went on a family vacation. Got back at the beginning of the February, the month. We're in February. Started doing the whole 30, and I feel like it's just hard to do much.
Like, as
Like-
far as dates.
Yeah. And also, I just haven't been interested.
I feel like doing Whole 30 is restricting, because, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of dates, normally first dates, revolve around, like, dinner,
Yes.
drinks, like, even coffee, which you can drink coffee without anything in it, but it's just like,
You can, but like, who wants to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So I'll probably resume dating in March.
Great.
Yeah.
March is a great month.
February is my hard reset
I love
for
that.
myself.
February is your January.
February is my January. We're starting the year of the horse in 3 days.
Yep.
Count it down.
Shedding.
Savor. What is?
We're shedding for 3 more days.
Yeah,
Year of
then
the
we'll
snake.
rebranding.
And then the year of the horse. Fresh start.
Fresh start.
I love this for us.
Me too.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Buckle up and giddy up.
Save a horse.
Ride a
Right,
cowboy.
yeah,
This has been our Valentine's Day special.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the hot takes.
We would love to hear your hot takes or your opinions in the comments.
Yes. Yeah, drop them in the comments or DM us on Instagram. We would love to chat through those on another pod.
Yeah.
Engage with our followers.
We would love to engage with you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day. If you have a Valentine, enjoy it. If you don't, we can be your Valentines.
Enjoy it too.
Treat yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love self-love, yeah.
Yes. Okay.